your Gulf Coast Weather Authority, this is Fox 26 News at 9.
Well, thousands of young American soldiers have survived violent attacks in the Middle East, only to come home missing legs and arms.
It would seem just leading a normal life would be an extraordinary accomplishment, but as Fox 26's Duarte Geraldino tells us, one group of wounded veterans decided to conquer the heavens this weekend.
The blast came from the right. I heard a giant boom. Dust filled the Humvee.
It was almost a year ago when, like so many American soldiers serving in the Middle East, U.S. Army Sergeant First Class Joseph James was injured when enemy fire hit his Humvee. When the smoke cleared, he knew some members of his group were dead, others were moaning in pain, but he was fine, or so he thought.
I knew I needed to get up and help him. I didn't know at the time I was injured, and so as I tried to sit up, my limbs.
That's when he learned his legs below the knee were gone.
I could hear a voice saying, "Think of your daughter."
Sergeant James tied his legs up to stop the bleeding and survived. Months of rehab later, he can walk with prosthetic legs. Now he wants to conquer the sky.
Skydiving, it's scary to some people, but it means a lot to me. It means that I'm just like everybody else.
He's one of 15 amputee veterans skydiving as part of the Limbs of Love effort to help amputees push themselves.
And a lot of these guys have hundreds of jumps under their belts, but this is their first time to jump after they've lost their limb. And so they're jumping today to prove to the world that life is not over after amputation.
Look at Sergeant James go skydiving with a freedom he thought he'd lost.
There's no limits, even with an amputee, even with disabilities, there's no limits as long as you have the willpower.
And look at him land as gracefully as he promises to enjoy life with his family and no legs. In Rocharon, Texas, Duarte Geraldino, Fox 26 News.
And a local vet is trying another kind of sport. Instead of going up, double amputee Sergeant Latsine Benson is going down into the sea. He and his wife have been training for an expense-paid trip to the Cayman Islands. Benson received lessons from the Dive Pirates Foundation. It teaches injured vets diving and sponsors trips for them.